new job as a technician does not start until May. Her new job as a technician does not start until May. The airport is being privately funded by a construction group. The airport is being privately funded by a construction group. Many of her novels regarding female mental health have been adapted for television. Many of her novels regarding female mental health have been adapted for television. She possessed the skills and qualities needed to succeed in a business. She possessed the skills and qualities needed to succeed in a business. The company is now well positioned to compete in foreign markets. The company is now well positioned to compete in foreign markets. Their early success was succeeded by a period of miserable failure. Their early success was succeeded by a period of miserable failure. Shelves were built to adapt the library for use as an office. Shelves were built to adapt the library for use as an office. The fund shortage put him and his colleagues in a difficult situation. The fund shortage put him and his colleagues in a difficult situation. We have already succeeded in working out ground rules with the department. We have already succeeded in working out ground rules with the department.
We all hope that this film will be a commercial success. We all hope that this film will be a commercial success. The young professor amazed us by his knowledge of history. The young professor amazed us by his knowledge of history. The organisms were forced to adapt in order to survive. The organisms were forced to adapt in order to survive. The eyesight can be corrected in minutes by the use of a laser. The eyesight can be corrected in minutes by the use of a laser. Please check that these details are correct before submitting the sheet. Please check that these details are correct before submitting the sheet. Levels of pollution present in the atmosphere are increasing, which is rather concerning. Levels of pollution present in the atmosphere are increasing, which is rather concerning. We spend the time presenting the information in a variety of chart forms. We spend the time presenting the information in a variety of chart forms. These pioneers have transformed clinical medicine from an art to a science. These pioneers have transformed clinical medicine from an art to a science. They had been forced to find cheap tickets in the gallery. They had been forced to find cheap tickets in the gallery. The study of data communications is concerned with the form of data as it's communicated. The study of data communications is concerned with the form of data as it's communicated. In no sense can the issue be said to be resolved. In no sense can the issue be said to be resolved.
He refused to comment before he had seen all the relevant information. He refused to comment before he had seen all the relevant information. The most serious cases were treated at the scene of the accident. The most serious cases were treated at the scene of the accident. The government has been committed to housing the homeless people. The government has been committed to housing the homeless people. Stretching exercises can help you avoid injury and improve your performance. Stretching exercises can help you avoid injury and improve your performance. The designer will be unveiling her latest fashions for autumn and winter. The designer will be unveiling her latest fashions for autumn and winter. He asked his daughter what she would like for her birthday. He asked his daughter what she would like for her birthday. Parking lot owners should be legally responsible for protecting vehicles. Parking lot owners should be legally responsible for protecting vehicles. If your pharmacy doesn't stock the product you want, let them order it for you. If your pharmacy doesn't stock the product you want, let them order it for you. They have fostered 100 children during the past 10 years. They have fostered 100 children during the past 10 years. We have booked a famous band for our wedding reception. We have booked a famous band for our wedding reception. It sounds as if they might have made a dreadful mistake. It sounds as if they might have made a dreadful mistake. She was making a play for the sales manager's job. She was making a play for the sales manager's job.
She taught me to be less critical of other people. She taught me to be less critical of other people. This leaflet is produced for the information of our customers. This leaflet is produced for the information of our customers. I perceived a change in his behavior over those months. I perceived a change in his behavior over those months. There was a notice on the board saying the class had been cancelled. There was a notice on the board saying the class had been cancelled. The Prime Minister is understood to have been extremely angry about the report. The Prime Minister is understood to have been extremely angry about the report. The equipment is able to sense the presence of toxic gases. The equipment is able to sense the presence of toxic gases. There is no compelling reason for me to believe him. There is no compelling reason for me to believe him. Air pollution in our country has risen above an acceptable level. Air pollution in our country has risen above an acceptable level. He learned to play the piano at an early age. He learned to play the piano at an early age. An inquiry was set up to determine the cause of the accident. An inquiry was set up to determine the cause of the accident. The bus line was established to determine the effect of improved public transportation. The bus line was established to determine the effect of improved public transportation. Students who have completed a placement are more likely to obtain a good job. Students who have completed a placement are more likely to obtain a good job. People form into teams to achieve goals which are beyond the reach of an individual. People form into teams to achieve goals which are beyond the reach of an individual.
In the plant, skilled workers who perform key jobs form into groups. In the plant, skilled workers who perform key jobs form into groups. This textbook teaches data science and machine learning methods for control of complex systems. This textbook teaches data science and machine learning methods for control of complex systems. This is a practical and comprehensive guide to planning and developing a curriculum. This is a practical and comprehensive guide to planning and developing a curriculum. The first assignment is due on the 14th of September. The first assignment is due on the 14th of September. The bus right out in the front will take you to the station. The bus right out in the front will take you to the station.
Balanced approach to teaching and learning is important in education. Balanced approach to teaching and learning is important in education. We have worked together to promote a healthy research culture. We have worked together to promote a healthy research culture. The placements are available from small local businesses to multinational organizations. The placements are available from small local businesses to multinational organizations. You may let us know what projects interest you the most. You may let us know what projects interest you the most. He had been carrying on his business until he retired last year. He had been carrying on his business until he retired last year.
The capacity to listen to colleagues is often considered a great skill. The capacity to listen to colleagues is often considered a great skill. The family business is now run as a cooperative. The family business is now run as a cooperative. Transport has always been the key to developing international trade in this century. Transport has always been the key to developing international trade in this century. Right now we have the ability to tackle these global issues. Right now we have the ability to tackle these global issues. No one is suggesting that any health risks attach to this product. No one is suggesting that any health risks attach to this product. Children of compulsory school age must be enrolled in school and attend every day. Children of compulsory school age must be enrolled in school and attend every day. Aboriginal people have a long tradition of teaching and learning in their own method. Aboriginal people have a long tradition of teaching and learning in their own method. As a parent, you need to choose the school that best suits your child. As a parent, you need to choose the school that best suits your child. The school has developed a creative partnership with parents. The school has developed a creative partnership with parents. Children need to be provided with an appropriate learning environment. Children need to be provided with an appropriate learning environment. The impact of public policy on gender and aging needs to be addressed. The impact of public policy on gender and aging needs to be addressed. You can find faculty and staff by department or unit through the university's directories. You can find faculty and staff by department or unit through the university's directories. The university embraces diversity and is committed to the discovery of knowledge. The university embraces diversity and is committed to the discovery of knowledge. We want to improve the quality of life and the standard of living. We want to improve the quality of life and the standard of living. We are committed to quality programs and responsive to a rapidly changing world. We are committed to quality programs and responsive to a rapidly changing world. Through quality teaching, the university is committed to develop the knowledge. Through quality teaching, the university is committed to develop the knowledge. Their work provides support to numerous projects related to the goals of the departments. Their work provides support to numerous projects related to the goals of the departments.
You will learn to apply business strategies to solve problems in production of agricultural goods. You will learn to apply business strategies to solve problems in production of agricultural goods. Plant pathology is the study of plant diseases, their causes and effects. Plant pathology is the study of plant diseases, their causes and effects. Please visit individual department websites to explore more research options. Please visit individual department websites to explore more research options. Extension is only available under special circumstances. Extension is only available under special circumstances. There are a variety of opportunities to get involved with undergraduate research. There are a variety of opportunities to get involved with undergraduate research.
This website can help users to tackle a typical domestic issue. This website can help users to tackle a typical domestic issue. Before these papers are issued, make sure they are formally reviewed. Before these papers are issued, make sure they are formally reviewed.
You can join us to apply knowledge to make this world a better place. You can join us to apply knowledge to make this world a better place.
Schools have to play their full part in promoting the welfare of children. Schools have to play their full part in promoting the welfare of children. For many years, the schools attempted to neutralize controversies over race. For many years, the schools attempted to neutralize controversies over race.
Animal science can be applied to a wide variety of careers and industries. Animal science can be applied to a wide variety of careers and industries.
There are lots of opportunities to meet people in this course. There are lots of opportunities to meet people in this course. The bus right out in the front will take you to the station. The bus right out in the front will take you to the station. In Canada, children prefer to go to public schools instead of private ones. In Canada, children prefer to go to public schools instead of private ones. All faculty members contribute to the discovery and dissemination of new knowledge. All faculty members contribute to the discovery and dissemination of new knowledge.
This summer program has been illustrated with many photographs of activities. This summer program has been illustrated with many photographs of activities.
In order to achieve the educational goals, tutors often have to encourage students. In order to achieve the educational goals, tutors often have to encourage students. A team of teachers is trying to come up with an innovative curriculum. A team of teachers is trying to come up with an innovative curriculum.
Improving the quality of air and water is important to human beings. Improving the quality of air and water is important to human beings. We have been trained to investigate how cultural systems matter in this situation. We have been trained to investigate how cultural systems matter in this situation.
He used to take a walk in a small garden after dinner. He used to take a walk in a small garden after dinner.
You must include a statement that you are taking all courses through distance education. You must include a statement that you are taking all courses through distance education.
They're discussing the most efficient strategy to manage the risks facing the business. They're discussing the most efficient strategy to manage the risks facing the business.
The lecture on how to keep plants healthy will be hosted next week. The lecture on how to keep plants healthy will be hosted next week.
There is widespread concern that new houses will be built on protected land. There is widespread concern that new houses will be built on protected land.
Agriculture is more than just farming, it's also about energy and conservation. Agriculture is more than just farming, it's also about energy and conservation.
You will get a broad foundation in the technology of machine systems. You will get a broad foundation in the technology of machine systems. The householder has a duty to take good care for the visitor's safety. The householder has a duty to take good care for the visitor's safety.